do I bind you?
What is the deal, beautiful people? My name is Ramon. This is Lifestyles Defined. Welcome to another episode of AMA. How this works, you ask your question in the comment section below, and we will answer it in upcoming videos. Today's question comes from Zachary Huck. Good day. Good day to you, sir. And his question is, how far into the future do you see Windows Phone being supported? Do you think Microsoft will continue to push the platform, or will they focus on making custom Android software? Windows Phone is at a standstill right now, and I think a lot of publications, a lot of opinions out there really view this in the worst possible light. And I mean, I don't bash them for it. I think there's definitely some some disdain from the Windows fans, Windows Phone fan believers. That's like, come on, man. And there's people who's been told about Windows Phone that sort of bought into it, and then it wasn't what they expected. They couldn't deliver the apps that they needed, and they're all like, come on, man. And you know, Microsoft about a year ago willfully said, listen, we're gonna hit the pause button. Satya said Windows Phone is not the focus right now. We're gonna come again soon, but you know, whatever. Here's the Lumia 950. Here's the Lumia 950 XL for the fans out there. You guys rock out. You guys enjoy. You can rock with us on the journey. So much so that I've been trying a lot of the new builds on my 1520 at the recommendation of a lot of our viewers and the homies on Twitter, and it's good. It's rock solid. I feel like the latest builds. I forgot the build number. I feel like the latest builds are in terms of performance, are right there with the snappiness of a Windows Phone 8, which is a big deal because it took a while to come to that. And I kind of like what they're doing, right? And people are looking at it from, rightfully so, from a very doomsday perspective. But I have to have some faith here. You know, I've always had faith in Microsoft, and very rarely do they let me down. You know, failing at something is not the same as letting me down. I want to be very clear at that. And I've seen them try so many different approaches with Windows Phone, and it's sort of like, I can still rock. They're still trying. They still make sense. You know, you can't control everything, even when you got that gang of money that Microsoft has. So I'm okay with where they are now. What I do expect is to see another Windows Phone under the Surface brand, and I think the Surface is one of those examples where Microsoft continued to renovate. To re-innovate in the process. Is that even a word? and they kept their head down. They kept working, and now it's this thing, right? Like, I now use a Surface for my work laptop. I don't have a laptop anymore. I gave two of my executive Surfaces, and they really like these things, and they're dope. And I feel like they're going to use the momentum of that Surface brand to offer up a consumer device. Now, will it be Windows Phone? You know, there are things I love about the Windows OS that just I have not seen on any other platform, including iOS. And I think iOS should be the yardstick for measure when you talk about experience and fluidity of a product. Like, Google's getting better with the later versions of Android, but I think it's still, to me, out of the three, the Windows Phone continues to be the most elegant. I love the live tiles. I love everything about it, except for the fact that I could not get the apps that I come to need, right? And the conversation to have around this and will Windows Phone be supported in the future, really, it's, can Microsoft do everything that their vision of how a UI should be done, and how elegance is really translated into an experience? Can they do that on Android? I think they can. And it's sort of like, as time goes on and the Windows Phone thing continues to go down, I can see a world where the Microsoft phone, the Surface phone, is truly an Android phone, just heavily skinned by Microsoft, and you have access to the Android Play Store, and and that becomes a reality, right? And I think it's so dope. And the more we go forward to Windows 10, and how I see, if you have Cortana installed on your Android phone, you get notifications pushed to your Windows 10 PC. Things like that make me go, you know, Android really is as versatile as the dream it was conceived to be. And Microsoft could take advantage of this, especially when they're in a place where their consumer first attitude gets you the right to use Office, OneDrive, Outlook, all of these things on Android, and have it be as good as ever. I don't know. An Android phone from Microsoft would sound weird, but there's been stranger things. And I think that would give them a huge success, a push forward. And especially if they can come up with a design language that I think they'll knock out of the ballpark, something from the Surface line. It would be interesting to see, you know. And of course that comes with the admitting that the Windows phone is dead, that they just gave up on that dream, and that they sort of don't care to own the operating system. They want to own the services and the experience. That would be a lot to admit, especially because there's so much resources and money that went into Windows Phone in the first place. But yeah, I don't know what I would want to see. Windows Phone without the Android dream right now, I think it's going to be supported for a while, because I feel like it doesn't cost Microsoft much to support Windows Phone. You know, it's at its core, it's the very same thing as Windows 10. It doesn't really require much special work, especially with universal apps being where they are right now. There's a lot of them coming around, and you know, that was the point of it. So I think they could afford to keep around a Windows phone running Windows OS, and everyone still be happy on that front. But if we're talking making it into the mainstream, I think Android might have to be the way. I don't know if that'll actually happen. But thank you for your comment. I'm sorry, your question, Zachary. Hope I was able to answer that in a way that makes sense to you. And of course, you guys know you can leave your comments below. Weigh in on the subject. Let me know what you think. And leave your questions for upcoming videos in the comment section below as well. Don't forget to follow us on Snapchat, LD Familia. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. My name is Ramon. I'm out of here. Peace.
From the deep forest into the sun.